Tats, what's the emotion there? Obviously, this first and last quarter, you missed a lot of opportunities. How do you leave that game?
We've sort of met with the players and spoke about a lot of the positives throughout the game, and I thought our willingness to work and crack in and keep competing was really good, where that's fallen away at times in the last couple of weeks. And just to see some of our clearance work, which was something that has sort of gone amiss for us, very spasmodic through this season, was something that was pretty good on the night. I think we beat them by 3 in clearances, but we kicked 4 goals, 13 from stoppages, which we did pretty well from it.
Brett, I guess the proof will be in the pudding, but do you think you might have sort of turned the corner here tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was a big step. We spoke about that. It was a step in the right direction, and sometimes you have to work really hard, and you don't get everything just fall your way the first few times you have a crack. And I thought it was a real big step for our group going forward, and really positive performance. I thought we were a lot more bolder with the football. We took the game on, and it was a real arm wrestle, especially towards the back end of the game.
At the end of the weekend, you could be out of the 8. There's obviously going to be some scrutiny, which you'd expect. How do you feel your season is now? Where is it at now?
I think, after tonight's performance, it was, I think just then it's a step in the right direction. It wasn't perfect, but there was a lot to like about it. So, it was really pleasing. And to be honest, we're not looking at the end of the season. Are we in the 8? Are we out the 8? We're looking at each week, and it's the old cliche. I know everyone gets sick of it, but it's never been truer for us.
Could this next week be a real good test for your club? You probably swing on either way, but they've had an 11-day break. You're going to get a 6. It be an awesome test for your club.
It is. Is it a good break for them? Who knows? The proof will be in the performance, I suppose. So, we've got a huge challenge going over there. Our record's good over there. Even, at times we've lost a game or two, but they've been very tight games. So, it'll be a great challenge. And it's good for us to get away. So, looking forward to it.
Did you give Gibbs the points against Steve Johnson?
Yeah, I think so. I think what Stevie J's done on the scoreboard and I thought Bryce was very diligent at his role, and he did a really good job on him. Yeah.
Do you have to look at this game, therefore, in the context of where you've been, rather than looking at it in isolation as one that really basically got away? I mean, you led in most statistical categories.
Is this 2011 or 2012, Mick? Because it was nearly the same last year. We won clearances, we won shots, we won inside 50s, we won contested possession, but we didn't win the game. And there was a lot of similarities about it, but at the end of the day, we didn't get the job done. I think there's disappointment that we didn't, but where we were last week to where we were this week, there was a fair difference in our performance. And I think there's, underneath it all, there's a real disappointment that we let one get away. But on the flip side, there's a bit of, the wheel is turning for us as a group, and there's a lot to like about some of the individuals. It was good to get Dykes back, Henderson back, Cruiser back. I think it just allows us to play the way we like to play.
Brett, I know there were some misses at the end, but do you think those 3 misses in a row, when you had control of the contest in the first quarter, were really, really costly in the game?
I think we hit the post 5 times. They're probably pretty costly. They're all little things in the game. You can reflect back on the first quarter, the last quarter. At the end of the day, we had our opportunities to kick 2-9 in the last quarter. That hurt us.
How costly as well was it losing Warnock during that third quarter, and how easy actually took it?
Yeah, he just got a bit tight up near his hip area, so he's been carrying that a little bit. So we just it was one that we knew going into the game. And it just got a little bit tighter, so we just subbed him out, just hoping that he'll be right for next week. So we think he should be, but footy's a funny game. Sunday and Monday will come round, and blokes will limp in, and someone will say something that they never had, and next minute you got a new list of injuries. Yeah.
Chris is finished with 25 or so. We had just a half a dozen to half time, but is he okay? He doesn't look to be covering the ground. He doesn't look to be running the same way and having that same explosive pace that we've seen.
I thought he was pretty solid. I thought some of his efforts, especially in the contest to go 1, 2 and 3, was very good. He probably didn't start the game in the first quarter when we played, you could say our best footy. He didn't really touch it much in the first quarter, but I think he grinded his way into the game pretty well.
Nick, how frustrating is that tonight after what you've been through?
Yes, I mean, it's obviously really frustrating. You never want to lose the tight ones, and especially when we, like we've talked about with all the key stats, we won in all the key areas and had more shots on goal. And yeah, that's just as frustrating a loss as any, because it was there for the taking for us, and we didn't grab it.
So, as a player, how do you view what's ahead this week?
As we've spoken about, a real step in the right direction. I think there's a lot more belief and spirit back in the group, and you know, we've just got to keep chipping away at that. So we're really looking forward to the challenge. If we're going to keep improving, what better way than to test us against a team in the top four that's going pretty well?
And has the time out increased your sort of hunger a little bit too?
Yeah, of course. Sitting on the sidelines is always hard, but watching a bit of the pain that the boys have gone through, like especially last week, you feel helpless in the stands. You just want to get out there and do your bit for the team. So I was really glad to get back in.
Brett, you must also be impressed with some of your young defenders, Bootsma and also looks to have great composure there.
Yeah, they did. I thought their fighting spirit was really good, and it's great to get games, you know, into those kids, especially when you got some experienced heads around them. So to have Gibber and Jamison and Nick back there, it really helps give, you know, Bootsma and Watson, you know, a fair bit of confidence and direction as well. I think there's one that's been missed, so I think Zach Tui is playing some very, very good football for our football club, and, you know, just to think where he was, you know, 18 months, you know, nearly, you know, something around that time, you know, back in Ireland, and to come out and do what he's doing, he's going to be a very good player for a very long time, and he's got a lot of AFL qualities, and I'm just really enjoying watching his development along the way.
Brett, I'm asked later right now, but do you expect the majority of this list to go to Perth, or do you think we need to refresh a bit?
It's too far to tell. You know, you're asking a lot of questions about Perth. We're trying to, you know, probably an hour ago we were, you know, in the game trying to win it, so it's very short time ago.
Brett, when did you know Pozziali would be out, and obviously was his withdrawal allowed to throw his forward Henderson was always going to play forward?
Yeah, we thought Hawkins wouldn't play, and if Hawkins didn't play, Henderson was going to play forward. And then when it was Podsley-Adley, we said no, well, Hendo can go forward anyway, and give. You know, we wanted to give Matthew a real crack at playing in defence and playing on West and these fellas, and you know, I was really happy and pleased with him. And Henderson in the Adelaide game towards the end, when we were trying to score and we didn't really have any forwards doing much for us up there, he was one that really showed us that you know, just swinging from one end to the other, he could really take the game by the scruff of the neck, or really give us a contest, and that was pretty important today.
Brett, did you see the incident with Josh Hunt and Eddie Betts where Josh seemed to step on Eddie's hand?
No, I didn't.